Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a really quick review of the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. I know it's been a really long time since I have done a skincare review, but trust me, I'm still testing things. I still love skincare. It's just a bit harder to do skincare reviews because I like to try them out for months at a time to see whether or not they are really effective and suitable for my skin. So sometimes I just end up getting distracted and then I forget to film a review. And then I just move on to the next product. So that's kind of the honest truth. But this product, the Laneige Cream Skin Moisturizer and Toner, has been so good this winter. I freaking love it so much. This one is just a really great hydrating toner, especially if you have dehydrated dry skin. Now I have normal to dry skin, but I do lean a little bit more towards the drier side, especially now that it's winter. And I get a lot of dry patches around my chin area. So the way I use this product is first I will double cleanse. So I will use a makeup remover like an oil, and then I go in with my regular facial cleanser after, and then I go in with this. And now I almost always have to use 2 layers of this just because I do like that feeling of extra hydration in my skin, I guess. So after I cleanse my face, I will pat my face dry just briefly. It's still a little damp, it's still a little moist, and then I will put 1 layer of this. I just pour it straight onto my palm, and then I kind of like pat it all around my face, and then I just keep patting until I feel like it's somewhat absorbed. It's still a little wet, and then I go in with a second layer, and then I pat that in until it's fully absorbed. So I find that this is a really good level of moisture for my skin, especially for days when I just kind of come home after work and I just want to get rid of all my makeup and I don't want my face to feel dry, but I'm not kind of ready yet to go into my nighttime skincare routine. So then I'll do the 2 layers of this, and it really just feels comfortable. I don't feel like I need to put another moisturizer on top because I know at night I'm probably going to go in with my full routine. At nighttime, I do the same thing. I use 2 layers of this, and then I go in with my serum and then a thicker moisturizer on top to kind of seal everything in. I was very intrigued because of the color. You can see it's like this milky consistency right here, but it's still very fluid. I wouldn't say it's as thin as something like the Klairs Supple toner or like the Missha Time Revolution toner, which is really just feels like water almost. This is a little heavier, which I like because I feel like then I can do less layers, and I also feel like I am putting something on my face. Of course, those you are still putting, ingredients on your face that are great. They're just so thin and they just feel like so much like it's just like water that I sometimes feel like I don't know if I have enough or if I spread it like evenly on my face. But with something like this, which is just a touch heavier, I just feel like I have more control over when I put it on my face. So it does feel a little bit heavier. I wouldn't say it feels greasy because it doesn't ever really get oily or greasy, but it does feel a little heavier. So I think that if you have really oily skin, maybe just stick to like 1 layer at night or something like that. I mean, you're gonna have to see how you feel with it on, but I find that some days when I do feel a little bit oilier, I don't want to really reach for this one just because it does feel a little bit heavier on my skin, but I do love how nourishing it feels. Now, if I compare it with something like the Missha Time Revolution toner or the Klairs Supple toner or the Nooni one that I used to love before that I've done a review of, those I feel like I can do layer after layer, and I would do like 5 layers, 6 layers, and those toners I feel like really kind of make my face feel very bouncy and juicy, I guess. That sounds really weird and a weird way to describe it, but it just, because they're so thin and they're almost like water, I just feel like as I press it into my skin and I do layer after layer, there's something about it that just makes my face feel like it's really absorbing it. Now the problem with those are that I just feel like they always evaporate really fast and I have to work really quickly to put like an oil or a really occlusive moisturizer on top so that I can feel like that skin is just like super hydrated and it's staying locked in. With something like this, I feel like it doesn't give me that kind of refreshing, juicy feel when I put it on. But it does feel very hydrated, soft, and nourished, but it does feel a little heavier. But at the same time, I feel like it doesn't evaporate as fast. It kind of lingers a bit more, and it just feels a bit more comfortable. So I do like it for that. So I think if you have the time, I would probably go in with like a thinner moisturizer or thinner toner, like one of those that I mentioned, maybe like a couple layers, and then do like 1 layer of this, and then go in with my serum and moisturizer. But I don't have the time for that, so right now I do really love it. I already purchased another bottle of this, so you can tell that I really, really love it. I've had this for at least about maybe 3 months now, and I'm down to here, maybe a little less than that, but I do use 2 to 3 layers morning and night, so I do go through it kind of quickly. So yeah, overall I just really, really love it. I know that it's supposed to have some kind of antioxidant agent in here. I think it's like white tea leaf or something. I'm not sure about that. I'm not really using it as kind of like an antioxidant, anti-aging skincare item. I'm just using it more so my face doesn't feel dry, to prep my skin for my serums, and to go in with my moisturizer. And this works really well with all of my skincare products. It layers beautifully. It doesn't make anything pill up. I would say if you have oily skin, maybe you might like it as just a moisturizer. So maybe use do your normal toners that you use, put your serums on, and maybe do like 2-3 layers of this, and that could be your moisturizer, because then it'd be thinner than a gel moisturizer, thinner than a cream moisturizer that you would use. So I feel like it could work in that sense too. I'm not sure how well the moisture and hydration would be retained in your skin because you're not using any occlusive moisturizers, but that could work. I mean, I definitely have done that before. So I purchased mine on Sephora. I believe you can purchase it on SokoGlam. I'm not exactly sure. I will double check on that, but I have always purchased mine on Sephora.com and have another backup in my arsenal. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you have any other recommendations for hydrating toners, I'd love to check it out. They are by far probably one of my favorite skincare items that I use in my routine, so I'm always on the lookout for new ones. Other than that, have a wonderful day. Bye.